how you solve this question orally is, you see the gap, right? 4 and 11, the gap is how much? It is 7. 7 value is given as 84. That means one value will become 12. One value will 12 means how many C lines are there? 12 into 4, 48. That's it. Okay. Don't use X and all. So normally what happens is people start using variables. So the methodologies I teach, normally 99% of the time you won't be using any variables. So try avoiding using variables. Okay. So here if you see C lions is to penguins is 4 is to 11. He said there are 84 penguins more than lions. So here what is the difference? How much more is there? 11 is 7 more than 4. So this 7 is actually a ratio part. That means he said 7, as I told you, I keep stressing this, ratio is different from values. So this ratio he gave, this is equivalent to 84 values. This is actual value. That means this 84 is the actual number. This 7 is ratio. So when you convert into ratio terms, one ratio will be equal to 12 value. Now he asked how many lines are there. Lines is 4 in ratio terms, right? So if you convert one ratio is equal to 12 value means 4 ratio will be equal to 12 into 4, which is 48. That's it, right? So this is pretty easy question. Let's move further. Now I'll give you 1 minute time to solve this. Answer me this question. I'm starting the timer now. Right. So no one answered. Let me solve this orally. Okay. So the way how I solve this question is 0.40, 0.40 plus 3.0, 0.40 into 11. So you'll get 4.4. 4.4 means if you subtract 5.9 from 4.4, it will be 1.5. So directly you will use your calculator here. What you'll do is 1.5 by, what is this, 0.3. That's it. So 5 will be the number of adults and 6 will be the number of children. See, you solve this question orally itself without using your pen, and that too you solved in less than 30 seconds. Okay, what you did orally is you multiplied very less number of digits. Finally you used your calculator just for the last step. Now I'll tell you clearly how you should solve this orally. Now see, try to apply some logic here. What happened here is the cost of ticket per children. So there are two types of tickets. One is for children, one is for adults, right? Adults. The children cost, each ticket cost is $0.40 and this is $0.70. Now what I will assume is, if you want to solve quant orally, you have to be little bit smart enough. Okay, you should think in a smart way. Now these kind of questions, if I will be telling you some methodologies, right? As and when you keep learning these questions in that way, soon see here, suppose I will show you one question. This is a question posted by some person in the group and this is from some GRE book. Okay, now these kind of questions you will be getting in your exam. So once you learn to solve them orally, this kind of questions will be very easy for you. Now what I will assume is, adults tickets are there, right? This is 0.70. Instead of 0.70, what I will assume is even adult ticket cost is 0.40, right? So I can split this as 0.40 and 0.30, correct? What I am assuming is even the cost of adult ticket is 0.40. Why? Because I want to equal both the things. Actual cost of adult ticket is 0.70, but then I'm presuming that, or not presume, I'm assuming that it is 0.40 only. So what I am doing is, per every ticket I am reducing 0.30 rupees, right? Now how many people are there in the group? There are 11 people in the group. 11 people in the group. Now everyone buys the ticket. Everyone buys the ticket, right? So 11 people buys the ticket and each ticket cost is 0.40. Total how much it will cost me? $4.4, right? $4.4. But what happened here? It is given as $5.9. That means when the ticket cost is 0.40 and 0.70, that time total 11 people buys the ticket, it will be 5.9. But here what happened? I assumed that 0.70 is not the cost for adults, it is actually 0.40. That's what I assumed. Now if everyone is buying with 0.40 cost, total cost will be 4.4. So what happened now? There is a loss of how much? It should be 5.90, but we got only 4.40. So what happened here? There is a reduction of $1.5. Why there is a reduction of $1.5? Right? Why? Imagine why there is a total reduction of $1.5. Because see here, not two adults. Now, why there is a reduction of total $1.5? Because there are some X persons from every there are X persons from every person we are deducting how much $0.30 we are deducting, right? So there are X persons, that X persons is adults, okay? So there are X adults. From every adult we are deducting 0.30. Total deduction is how much? 1.50. So now what will be your adults? Adults will be 1.50 by 0.3. This is the last step we use our calculator, right? So this will be 5. So adults will be 5 and your children will be 6. Why? Because total sum should be 11. Everyone understood? Simple. What I did is, instead of taking the real value, 0.70 is a real value. So instead of going with that value, what I will do is, I will consider this 0.70 as 0.40 only. How can I make 0.70 as 0.40? By reducing 0.3 from 0.70, right? So what I'm doing is, I'm assuming that every adult ticket cost me only 0.40. That means from every adult ticket I'm reducing 0.30 cost, right? So keep it aside. Now there are 11 people and 11 people purchased all the tickets, right? So total cost will be 4.4, but then it is given as 5.9. That means there is a reduction of 1.5. So now you have to think why there is a reduction of 1.5. Why there is a reduction of $1.5 on total 11 tickets? Why? Because there are some adults, okay? Let them be X adults. There are X adults. On every adult you reduce a cost of 0.30. That's why there is a reduction of 1.50. Now if you want adults, you send 0.30 that side, it will be 5. That means your adults is 5 and total is 11, so your children will be 6, right? I hope you understood this method, right? Thank you. Now you see, you solve this question in the same method. I'm giving you timer. Maybe at first you may feel little bit discomfort, but don't worry. Soon if you start learning this way, soon your speed will increase. Right, it's more than a minute, so let's stop. The question says there are 340 heads. Head count is how much? 340. Now when they counted the legs of animals, okay, there are two kinds of animals, rabbits and pigeons. When they counted the legs, how many legs are there? 1060 legs are there. Now what is the difference between rabbit and pigeon? First of all, this question has a hidden information. What you have to do is, you have to decode the information, right? So when you counted the legs, there are 1060 legs and there are total how many head counts? 340. That means, you know, every animal, be it rabbit or be it pigeon, they will have only single head, right? So that means there are 340 animals. That's what you have to get the information from this question. So instead of saying there are 340 animals, he said 340 heads. That means head, when counting heads, it is 340. So he's saying that there are 340 animals in total. Also he said there are 1060 legs. Normally, you know, rabbits will have 4 legs and pigeons will have 2 legs, right? So what I will do is, let this be pigeon, this be rabbit. I'll write it here. Let this pigeon, this be rabbit. Pigeon is having 2 legs. Rabbit is having 4 legs. But what I will assume? I'll assume rabbit is also having 2 legs. Okay, every rabbit is also having 2 legs. That's what I will assume. So what I'm doing is, with every rabbit I'm cutting 2 of its legs, right? I'm taking off 2 of its legs. For now I'm imagining there are only 2 legs for a rabbit. So how many animals are there? 340 animals are there. If there are 340 animals in the zoo, every animal is having 2 legs, then total leg count will be how much? Leg count will be how much? 340 into 2, which is 680. But what is the total leg count given? It is 1060. So what is the deficit here? You have to remove 680. 680 you remove from here, it will be 380, right? Correct. Correct. Now leg count you got total as a 680, but then you have 1060. 1060 minus 680 will give you 380, right? That means this much amount you are missing, right? You count whatever legs you cut from each rabbit, take two legs from each rabbit, then total the legs you cut were 380. So there are rabbits, X rabbits, from each rabbit you cut two legs. So that's why you got 380. This 380 deficit is because you remove 2 legs for each rabbit. So what is the rabbit count? It will be 190. That's it. So 190 is the correct answer. Okay, so sometimes calculation mistakes happens because I'm in front of camera. So sometimes what happens is while doing oral calculation mistakes happen. Okay, now So rabbit count is 190 and pigeon count will be 190 minus 340. That's it. 340 minus 190. So this will be 0 and 5 to 150. So 150 and 190. Got it? Let us solve this one. Again, I'll give you timer. I'll start the time. Just you try it once. Betty divided an amount of 40,000 into two parts. She invested one part at an annual rate of 4.5% and another at annual rate of 6%. The total interest earned by her from both the parts after 1 year will be 1890. So interest accrued by the part invested at a rate of 4.5% per annum. Okay, I have seen people solving this question using excess and all. Different kind of variables they use formulas, hence they waste their time. Okay, don't use x. Try to solve this question without using variable x. Right, let us see. Someone answered 500. Okay, now again try to solve orally. Right, how you solve is 4.5 and 4.5 plus 1.5, 4.5. Here you can at least use a minimum pen. Okay, so 40k into 4.5%, 4.5 use your pen, or else 4.5 into 40,000 into 4.5 by 100 gives you 1800. So 90 excess. So your answer will be 90 by 1.5%. So the amount he lent at 90 by 1.5 into 100 should give me 6,000. So 6,000 he lent on one part and 34,000 he lent on another part. This is 4.5%, this is 6.6%. So what did he ask? Your quantity A will be 4.5% of this much. So directly you need not use pen also here. You can directly use calculator and solve this question. So 4.5% of 34,000. So answer will be 1530. So this will be 1530. That's it. So answer will be A. Got it? It's not 500. So answer should be A. See here. Interest accrued by the part invested at the rate of 4.5%. So money he invested is this much, right? Money he is invested is this much, and now what is the interest he is getting? 4.5 of 34,000. 4.5 of 35,000 will be 1530. That's it. Now let us solve this question. I'll take it in a slow manner. See this. What he is saying is Betty divided 40,000 into two parts. He is actually having 40,000. This is the principal amount. Now what happened is she gave this thing in two parts. One to 1%, another amount to 1%. Now he gave some x amount to 1% and y amount to 1%. This x amount he gave at a rate of 4.5% per annum. This is the rate of interest. And this amount he is giving at 6% per annum. Right? Now what I will do is, instead of assuming 6%, instead of taking 6%, I will assume that he gave this y amount also for 4.5% only. So if I take 4.5, balance will be 1.5%. That means with everything, every attribute, I am taking off 1.5%. That means with every rupee, whatever rupee he gave, money he gave, for every 1 rupee, I am deducting 1.5% interest. Right? Now assume that 40,000 he gave at 4.5 interest. What will be your total interest then? 40,000 he gave at 4.5%. Then what will be your simple interest? So it will be 40,000 into 4.5 by 100. So it will be 1800. That means your interest will be 1800. But is this the real interest? This is the real interest. So real interest is more than your calculated interest. That means you missed $90. $90 you missed it, right? Why you missed $90? Because on every rupee you are losing out $1.5. So let this be y. On y dollars you are losing out 1.5% interest. That gives you how much? 90. So y will be 90 by 1.5%. Percent means it is 100. So it will be 90 by 1.5 by 100, you take it above, it will be this much. So 9000 into 1.5, it will be 13,000, no, 9000 by 1.5, it will be 6,000. Now you can say that what is the amount he gave at 6% interest? He gave y value will be 6,000 and this one will be 34,000. Now your question is not what is the amount he gave at 4.5 and what is the amount he gave at 6%. The question is what is the interest accrued by the part invested at 4.5% per annum. What is the interest on this? Your principal is 34,000 and on this what is the rate of interest? 4.5 into 100. What is this value here? Here it will be 34,000 into 4.5 by 100. That's it. So answer will be 1530. So instead of this value, to make it even much better in a confusing way, I should give this as 1500, something like this, 1500 or 1555. So this value should be like this, right? Otherwise there are chances that people can guess it actually, because the 600 is 2 less than 1500, right? Even that way people can solve the question. But then to make this question in a much better way, quantity B should be 1555, something like that, nearer to 1500. Okay, so your answer for this question will be option A. You got this method? Everyone got this method? What I did is simple. I found what is the amount given to X. No, you didn't get, right? See, what I'm saying is 40,000 is there. I gave some X amount to 1%, Y amount to 1%, but X amount to 1% at 4.5 interest and another person I gave at 6.5 interest, some amount. What I'm assuming is don't give at 6%. I'm imagining even giving before, even if give at 6%, I'm imagining that I'm giving him also at 4.5% only. That means what is happening? I am reducing 1.5% on every rupee I gave to this person, right? I'm reducing 1.5% interest on every rupee I gave to that person. Now when you give whole 40,000 to two persons at a rate of 4.5% interest, then what will be your interest, total interest? You calculated this 4.5 into this much, you are getting 1800 as your rate of interest. But here what happened? Is getting 1890. That means your calculated amount is 90 less than your whatever value you got here, right? 90 less than your original value. So there is a loss of $90. Now you have to think why this loss is there. Why this loss is there? Because on every rupee I'm giving to Y, right, there is a reduction of 1.5%. I don't know how much rupees I gave to Y, so let it be Y dollars. On Y dollars, for every Y dollar I'm reducing 1.5%. So 1.5 into Y will be 90. So Y value you are getting as 6,000. That means you gave 6,000 to 1% at rate of 6%. Now 34,000 you gave to another person at a rate of 4.5%. The question is calculate 4.5% of 34,000. You will get this much, right?